Greetings and welcome back to The Booth, the first and only podcast dedicated solely to WVU women's basketball. I'm Chad Atkins, and I have the extreme pleasure of being joined by Kasondra McKay, the assistant coach and director of recruiting for the WVU women's basketball team. Thank you for coming, Kasondra.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, and Shane Terrell showed up too. Well, I didn't invite him.
They left the door open again.
Yeah. But we're recording in the basement bar booth of Mario's Fishbowl Suncrest on University Avenue in Morgantown, West Virginia, home of the world-famous fishbowl. All right, you got to give us a toast,
Give us
Coach.
a little toast.
Toast. Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
To some great individuals.
All right. Before we get rolling with Coach, I need to give a shout-out to our title sponsor, Tri-County Electric. They specialize in electrical services for large-scale commercial, institutional, and industrial projects. As an electrical services contractor, they design and construct power distribution and data communication systems in diverse and complex environments, including healthcare, manufacturing, and biotech facilities. They also handle heavy industrial and hazardous locations, in addition to private and public sector environments. Visit pinline.com/services/Tri-County Electric or call 724-887-9110 for more information. Thank you, Tri-County. We appreciate your support. We couldn't be doing this without you. Right, Shane?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
We greatly appreciate it.
We do. We greatly appreciate it. But we got Coach McKay on here. All right. Now, this is the first question I ask everybody that is not originally from here. And my opinion of you will weigh greatly on your answer.
Okay.
All right. Have you had a pepperoni roll yet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come on. Several places, actually. At restaurants. I've even had a gas station.
There you
I
go.
don't judge. It was great.
Yeah.
Both places. So,
You know,
absolutely.
JJ Quinterly never had a pepperoni roll.
What are we going to do about that?
I don't know, but she don't do pork. I get that, but they got to be some chicken-based pepperoni or something.
We
Figure something
can't
out.
take no for an answer. She's in town this week, so maybe I could change that.
Yeah. We need to. All right,
Exactly.
well, that's good news. And another question I got to ask you, because we just don't do X's and O's here, you know.
For sure.
We like to, talk story. So I want to hear the story that your husband told you when he met me. What was his story?
Okay, let me think. I don't have to think too hard, but I remember him saying, "Man, those guys are hilarious." I could have a beer too with them. They're easy to talk to. I mean, we're Southern folks, so
Yeah.
I will say my husband is a great judge of character. He likes to be around people that are kind of easygoing,
Yeah.
easy to speak to, and he mentioned you guys to me, and then I felt like I kept seeing you guys after he brought you to my attention. So
Yeah.
all good stuff.
Chad sticks out, so he's easy to spot.
Yeah. I'm big, loud, and obnoxious.
That's fine.
It's easy.
Yeah.
But actually, what it was, I had one beer left in my cooler going into the first football game, and I just happened to sit down next to him and was like, "Hey, you want this beer, man?" And he was like, "Sure." And then we just sat there and talked story till he said, I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, my wife just got a job here, being assistant coach for the women's basketball team." I was like, "What?"
Really?
Yeah, he
He's
told
like,
me
"I
that's where y'all
actually
met.
do a podcast on women's basketball team." Yeah, it was an interesting story. All right, I'm gonna have to give Travis some grief. He didn't talk me up enough.
No.
All right. So you're from Texas.
I am.
You are. And the thing is, why I think Coach Kellogg has a preference for his coaches being from Texas.
You know what? I can't disagree with that because besides himself, I'm from Texas, and then Aaron Grant is also from Texas. We're actually from about 10 minutes away from each other. Arlington, Texas. She's from Mansfield. And then Coach Kellogg is from Richardson. That's about 45 minutes north of where we're both from. So I can't say that I disagree with you on that.
Kayla Scott
is also from Texas. She's from a smaller town, but I feel like we are well connected. And then of course we have other individuals that are, in the athletics department that are also from Texas, or they just left a job from Texas and came here. So we're definitely
what is it about? I mean,
reunited.
everybody's saying everybody's leaving California to go to Texas. Why everybody from Texas is leaving Texas, come to West Virginia?
Texas is cool.
Morgantown is calling our name. What can I say? I mean,
It's the pepperoni
it's
rolls.
the place to be right now.
It is.
You know
it
what I mean?
is.
I'll be in Texas in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Well,
in Austin or Arlington.
I'll be all over the place.
That's right.
Yeah, start in El Paso and end up in Oklahoma City. So
okay.
it's got to be in Amarillo by morning. That's
I know a little something about El Paso and Amarillo.
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun.
See, I know I only went to basic training in San Antonio, and I didn't get to go out and see the sights. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, they didn't take
all
you
I did
out.
was push ups and ran laps. That's what I saw of
That's not
Texas.
fun. That's no. We don't want to do that.
They told me I sucked a lot. I remember that. You're the worst person I've ever seen in my life. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing, Sarge. You know,
you're probably all Cowboy fans too.
You know, when you mentioned that I was from Texas, I started to say, that's right, go Cowboys. But I didn't, I don't want to get thrown at me.
Cassie will agree with you.
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I have a Cowboys hat in my car right now. I was really tempted to bring it in, but I didn't.
So did you have to up your antidepressant medicine this season or something?
You know what? One thing about us Cowboys fans, we're okay when we lose, when we take an L. The next year, it's going to be our year again. So I never have to, get too heavy on losing.
It's only been 30 years since you won a playoff game. You know,
it's not looking good, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
I'm a Mountaineer fan, so trust me, I've dealt with worse. But this is the year, man. This is the year. I really feel it, man, with you guys. Wait, I'm still not done, though, with your background here. You about to start talking basketball, and I don't want to do that. I just want to say that your high school and the community college and North Texas, all their websites suck. Like there is nothing.
They're bad, aren't they?
Yeah, they're bad.
Most high school websites are not very good.
I found Kayla Scott's.
You did?
Yeah, on hers.
Man, what do you want to know? I'll give you some dirt on myself.
All right. Well,
I know myself pretty well.
All right. So Weatherford, right? Was that the name of the community college?
Weatherford College, one of the best decisions I ever made.
Yeah. Really? Why is that?
Yes. It was just phenomenal. I'm actually really good friends with my coach that's still there. His name is Bob McKinley. He's about 80, 85 years old. I call him every blue moon, Christmas, his birthday. And he called me a couple of weeks ago about a point guard that plays there that he wanted me to recruit. And really just to tell me he loved me, missed me, hope that I'm doing well. He's a great guy. But I just built so many friendships there. My two best friends, I met there. One was actually a member of my team. We were both players for the Coyotes, and we're inseparable. And then I have another friend. He was there. He's from Fort Worth, and we actually all transferred from Weatherford to North Texas together.
Oh wow, really?
So it just continued on, and years later, we're all still best friends, hanging out, having kids, getting married, going to each other's weddings. So it was a great school, great starting place for me for
nice. And it was like 40 minutes west of Arlington too.
Yes. About 45 minutes when I was driving. It's really about an hour away, but it was not too far, not too close. My mom, my parents got to go to the majority of my games, and for holidays, if I wanted to go home or even on the weekend, I could go home and be back in time for practice. So it was a great transition for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking about all the players that travel across the country to go to school somewhere and how hard that probably is on them and their parents not being able to go to as many games as they'd like to and stuff. So it's good when you can stay somewhat close, I guess.
Yeah, I actually had a couple of D1 offers out of Sam Houston High School.
Really?
I had actually one of them was over this way. I had Marshall.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I could have. I had Western Illinois. I had I can't even remember. I had 5 or 6 pretty decent ones.
Yeah.
But I'm very close with my family, and my older sister, she had a couple of complications, brain surgeries, heart surgeries. So I just didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, she's great now. Living life.
All right.
Probably a little too well right now. But I didn't feel comfortable going out of state. All of my offers were like Midwest and Far East Coast. And so I just thought, hey, why not just stay home? And I got 2 more years after that. I'll figure it out from there. So best decision I ever made.
Then right after that, you decided to go to the faraway lands of North Texas.
Not too far, but and that was also about an hour the other direction from Arlington. Loved it there. It was great. I actually made a lot of connections while I
I mean,
played there, and because of course I ended up going back.
newcomer of the year, right? Yeah.
Newcomer of the year, had about 100 assists my first year.
Nice. So
It
you're
was just
point guard.
great.
You're point guard
Yes, I
because I
was
could not find anything about you in high school or
yes.
college, but yes.
I was a point guard, 5'6" on a good day. Really scrappy, love to press you full court, could get into you and get some steals, a rebounding point guard. I love to rebound.
Uh-huh.
Definitely not a pure shooter. I always joke about it. If I can make 1 3, I can make 2. But if I miss my first 2, it's like, oh, I'll pass it to someone else who's a better 3-point shooter. But I had some mid-range game, and then I can get to the goal pretty much anytime I want it. So
Your
it was fun.
mentality fits right into Coach Kellogg's.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's fun. It's feisty. I play just like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, your adversity to traveling around while you were in school, you definitely changed that up when you started coaching. I mean, you were the longest stretch was at North Texas, I believe, 4 years, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you were around. Your final destination before coming here was Colorado State
Colorado State.
in the Wickety Whack. Or no, are they still in the Whack?
You know what? We were in the Midwest.
All
We're
right.
still in the Midwest, but after this year, they'll be in the Pac-12.
Oh,
So
that's right.
this is their
That's
last
right.
year in the Midwest and in Pac-12.
So I'm kind of interested. Is there an Indeed page for college basketball assistant coaches? I mean, does a headhunter come up and talk to you? How does that work? If you don't mind
Yeah,
talking.
no, I don't. You know what? I get asked this question quite a bit.
Really?
Yes. I'm actually at the point in my career where I'm very picky about who I work for.
Uh-huh.
When I very first started off coaching, I was 23. Um, and I actually worked at T-Mobile. That was my very first job.
Uh-huh.
I was just working there, graduated from North Texas. I was just waiting on an opportunity. I knew it was coming. I didn't know where. And then I got a phone call that Karen Ashton, who was the head coach at UT Longhorns, needed a graduate assistant. And my assistant coach that recruited me while at North Texas worked for her as an assistant at UT. So I just applied, submitted my application, and I got in. But then, like the very next day, I got a call from Northwestern State that they needed a assistant coach. So I said, "The heck with being a graduate assistant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
paid, or I'm gonna go
exactly.
make some money.
I'm gonna go make some money. I'm going to Northwestern State. It's a small little D1 school in Natchitoches, Louisiana. It's about 4 hours from Dallas, Texas. And I went there, and I was actually in graduate school and an assistant coach at the same time.
Wow.
I was doing everything. I was doing practice in the mornings, school in the evenings from 6 until 9:50. So I was studying at night at like 2 a.m.
Wow.
Yes, and I was doing film. I was doing travel. I was doing food on the road, scouts, recruiting. I always say that was the stupidest and smartest decision that I ever made in my life.
Yeah, because every job after that was easy. This is a piece of cake.
Yeah,
We're doing all that.
It was because I was doing so much. And to be honest, I wasn't making a lot of money. Back then, it was quite a bit. I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner for free. I
Heck
would
yeah.
go to church or hang out with other individuals that would cook meals
There you
and
go.
things like that for me. And I was probably making like $20,000 a year my first year, and we won. We won the
Yeah.
conference championship, played Tennessee, got our heads beat in. But the
Uh-huh.
next year, I like tripled my salary, same place, won again, played Baylor our first round, got our heads knocked in. But the first 2 years we won. So that's all I ever want to do. I spoiled myself. Like the
Uh-huh.
first 2 years I won ever coaching. I was like, man, this is fun. And then from there, I went to North Texas.
Well, you said you were pretty picky about, where you wanted to go. What was it about Coach Kellogg and how he coaches that, besides the pepperoni rolls, what brought you to Morgantown?
Well, what brought me here to Morgantown, 2 things. My first job at Northwestern State Brookstore. She's actually still the head coach at Louisiana Tech, where I also coached for 2 years. She highly recommended that I go work for Kellogg because they know each other from around the way. They talk on the phone every blue moon. And I really trust her. Obviously, she gave me my first job. When I told her I was expecting a baby, she was so happy for me. She's just always been in my corner. I could call her right now and talk to her about anything, basketball, hoops, personal life. So when
Let's do it. No, I'm joking.
put her on the hot seat.
Yeah.
So when she told me about Kellogg, I said, okay, like I'll definitely have a conversation with him. And then him being from Texas, and knowing other people that I know in my small circle, it made me feel like it was the right decision. Let's be honest, he's a winner. He knows
Yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
He's a very, very smart man, analytical, but he's really just a great guy. He's solid, like
Yeah.
personality, easy to speak to. He's very humble. Like sometimes I think too humble. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, Coach, talk about yourself. Like, tell him you've won everywhere.
Yeah.
Tell him this, tell him that. He doesn't really do that, so I'll do it, which I love doing that. But yeah, so just connections from around the way. A lot of people respected him, and so I decided to come here. And I was perfectly fine where I was. I didn't have to leave there, but knowing he was here, and then knowing Rick Baker's here, who was my
At
AD
North
at
Texas.
North
Oh,
Texas.
that's how.
I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Gosh, I
yeah,
was thinking there's some sort of tie. You
Yeah.
know somebody. Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
country roads, baby. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least a little spending some time in Colorado. Did that prepare you a little bit for the winter we've had this year?
Yes, it actually did. Colorado was great. I always say that their winter weather is a lot different than most places because the sun is still out.
Mm.
It melts the same day, if not the next morning. So it can snow and you can still go out, ride your bike, run,
Uh-huh.
work out, still hang
Uh-huh.
outdoors. So it isn't quite the winter that I'm experiencing
Yeah.
here, but I do have roots in Chicago. That's my second home.
Oh, okay.
So
Uh-huh.
very comparable. Spent a lot of winters out there.
All right.
So when I got here, it wasn't a big deal. But my husband is like, oh gosh, like,
So because you're driving.
oh, he'll drive, but my seatbelt is on tight. My seatbelt's on tight.
Uh, uh,
Well, that's one thing too. I mean, it said on the bio that you both went to high school. Have you guys dated since high school?
Yes, we have. I always say when my players like ask questions and ask what my biggest flex is, it's that I've never dated outside of my husband.
yeah.
We've been dating since we were 14 and
Oh.
we've been together since then. He's the only person I ever dated. So I'm very grateful. It's very rare
It is.
to meet a
Yeah.
high
It
school
is.
sweetheart. So I love it. I love to talk about it. I love to brag about it. It's the best.
Is that
Yeah.
the Sam
Definitely.
Houston High School? Is that what it is? Or
Sam Houston
Sam
High
Houston
School,
High
home of the Texans. That's right. So
Man, I don't. What the Texans? Maybe I was at the wrong Sam Houston. Is there more than one Sam Houston in Arlington?
no, there's only
All
one
right.
Sam Houston, but I
I
think
don't remember it
in
being called.
Arlington, but there is another Sam Houston. I hope
There's one in Louisiana. I know that. I
Is
found
there?
that. Yes, there's one in Louisiana. I started looking at their basketball stats. But I was like, wait, that's
cracking
Louisiana.
up. No, we're red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the
think
one.
you're on the right website. The
I think-
website just sucks, like you said.
Yeah, well, I know.
So-
And like I said, women's basketball schedule. And I clicked on it and it said there is no schedule available.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, is there no women's basketball program there now?
There is, but they have been struggling the last couple of years.
They better not have just gave up.
Yeah, no giving up.
All right,
Where I'm
all
from,
right.
no, I don't think
You're the
so.
Texans, man.
Yeah.
All right, so after 3 years here, you're officially a hillbilly. You know this, right?
Now, who made that up?
It's just a state law.
It's the state law that
Yeah,
you have. Okay. Dang.
Yeah, because they were trying to get population when the Civil War happened, and they formed it. They were like, "Hey, if you're in here longer than 3 years, you're
3
officially a
years.
resident."
Well, I do have something to add to that. I just had to renew my license. And it's a West Virginia license, so I'm definitely,
West Virginia ID.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
you are a
right.
hillbilly. Did you have a piece of straw in your teeth when you had
I didn't.
Oh, man.
I didn't. That's the fastest I ever got a license, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got my license in like a week and a half.
Oh, was it
And
the
then-
real ID one? Or
Yes, and I took my photo. Didn't have to stand in the line. I said, "Man, this isn't so bad." Like,
It is a little more efficient than it used. I think COVID kind of helped it the way they schedule and make an appointment and
yeah.
well, maybe
where I'm
something
from,
good.
you stand in line for hours for
Yeah.
ID.
Ugh,
3 hours. You're gonna be at the
Ugh.
DMV. It's the worst place ever.
Is Travis going to the Big 12 tournament?
He actually is. We were.
We'll be there.
I'm so proud of him. He finally said, "Hey, let Kayla know today that I'm for sure coming," because at first it was just me and my son, and so now he's gonna come. So I'm excited. He hasn't been to a Big 12 tournament, so we're pretty pumped.
It's fun.
That's what I heard. I heard
It's
it's
fun.
really fantastic.
If you let him hang out with us, we'll be a very,
Oh,
very bad influence on him.
I wouldn't suggest
I don't
it.
believe that.
I
but
wouldn't suggest it.
I'm sure he'll catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
Have some
He
fun
may
with
have
you.
a problem babysitting your son in the morning.
Oh, I'll let him loose. Well, I have other family that'll be there.
Oh,
My dad,
really?
my dad's gonna drive down from Chicago,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
like at least 3 or 4 of my aunts and uncles, and then my uncle from Texas is gonna fly down. He's retired. He goes to every tournament. He's been
Nice.
to every tournament I've been to since I've been coaching. So I'll have some people that will watch the kiddo and let me and Travis have some fun.
There you go. Well, you ain't having no fun. I'm sorry,
Oh,
you're working.
I'm gonna have fun watching film.
All right,
That's
that's
fun for
exactly.
me. Film and getting ready for the next opponent.
It's a good time there.
It is. It's too good of a time. They need more like they see McDonald's or something I can eat because I eat so much barbecue for breakfast. It was horrible.
That's
A county.
hilarious.
That's not hilarious. I'm like,
There,
the last thing I want is brisket at 11 in the morning.
their streets are uneven. You got to be careful walking around.
Really?
There. Yeah.
No. Shay just tripped and fell down and landed on his face. It was great.
You gotta be
I was
careful.
pushed.
Gravity.
Allegedly.
Gravity.
Uh,
Getting to the X and O's a little
Okay.
bit now. You are the director of recruiting.
Mhm.
I this is something that I mean, this is just a general question.
Mhm.
With the NIL as it is, all right, let me give you a little background here. We've had a couple good recruits that weren't satisfied with the amount of playing time they got,
Mhm.
and they went to other places
Correct.
this last year, okay?
Right.
Which is a common thing, you
Mhm.
know? So how much I know what before the NIL you were going looking for somebody to grab them for life.
Right.
How much time is spent? How much has that shifted? Time spent recruiting people right out of high school or the NIL? How much more is it 50-50 now? Or are you still dedicating most of your time to high school recruits? What is it?
I would definitely say 50-50 because you can't, in my opinion, put all of your eggs in one basket and say, hey, we're just going to get portal kids. Well, what if you don't?
Yeah.
right.
A whole year or two has passed where you probably should have been recruiting high school kids and forming those bonds and relationships, and then you don't have anything. So we definitely utilize our connections at the high school level. We reach out to AAU coaches and try to build those relationships so that when their kids are going on these visits or trying to figure out where they want to go, they think about Mountaineers, they think about West Virginia basketball, and I would say we're pretty good at just keeping in touch with kids, figuring out where they're playing over the summer, getting their high school schedules. That's kind of more of my job, so that we can follow them throughout the year, figure out what tournaments they're going to be in. We offer this kid, we offer that kid. Um, we're going to go to their state tournament. We make sure that the pressure is applied, that they know we're there. We see how well they're doing.
Uh-huh.
And then we try to get them on campus and go from there. But on the flip side, we do have to recruit portal kids. I mean, let's be honest, it's a real reality. These kids are experienced. They've been there, done that. So the visits aren't as long. They've already been on a visit. So you change a 48-hour visit to a 24-hour or 36-hour visit. That makes a big difference. You're in and you're out. They know what they're looking for. So that kind of helps us make a quicker decision. But yes, we still have to heavily recruit in both areas. And I would say it's 50-50 right down the middle.
Do they normally reach out to you, or as soon as you see someone's has entered the portal, you can reach out to them? I know there's a lot of rules and a lot
Yes.
of stuff that's
Changes by the
For
yeah.
minute.
sure, for sure. Well, they definitely do not reach out to us before they enter the portal. And it's very rare that kids will reach out to us when they enter the portal. We kind of see their names in there and go, "Oh man, I recruited her at a previous place," or
Yeah.
"I know a former recruit that I recruited that played with her and speaks very highly of her." Or you just get online, you check out all of her videos, highlights, look at their stats, kind of decide who we want to go after based on who we're losing, who's graduating.
Right.
We kind of have an idea um, from our returners that, trying to figure out who we want to replace and things of that nature. So we kind of have an idea of positions. And if they have 1 or 2 years left, that's wonderful out of the portal. But just because they have 2 years left doesn't mean they're going to stay here for 2 years.
Right.
So I always just try to get the person that we really want. And then when that year is up, we'll go from there. If they're staying another year, congrats. If they're not, I have to go and get another high school kid or a portal kid. So there's a lot of conversation that has to, be talked about amongst myself and Coach Kellogg. We actually just met today over other recruits, but we're constantly meeting and just trying to figure out which direction we want to go in. But I will say every blue moon, we do have PSAs that email us and say, "Hey, I'm a big fan of West Virginia Mountaineers women's basketball. I'm the senior captain. I've scored this many points. I'm the all-time leader." And I'll look into them. I'll look up their highlights, follow them on Instagram, and go, "Man, okay, she's actually good." But that is very rare. Normally, when you get emails, they're not very good. They're not very good. And so, definitely have to be very organized, figure out where to spend your time and spend it wisely.
Before we started, you were talking a little bit about some international players. How hard is it to, I guess, find them? I mean, there's
Do you have connections in Europe or
I do.
wherever?
Yes, I have connections all over. I believe I had
I mean, what kind of connections are? Is it some like some guy in a trench coat, like I'm ball players from Milan? Come on.
So I've worked with a few individuals that were foreign and from other places, and really that's kind of how it all started. You know, they already had the connections back home. They played at a high level. They played overseas professional, and so one connection of theirs led to a connection for me. And so I actually signed. I think my very first international kid was an Australian young lady. I've signed someone from St. Croix, Netherlands, Italy, and you kind of just keep those connections, whether it's with their high school coach, AAU coach, their parents sometimes or their coaches, and you just follow them throughout the years. Even some of mine that have graduated, they're still playing pro, and I'll ask them, "Hey, you have any pro friends that have sisters that want to come to the States?" I just keep those connections. It's like you're just poking them. You just poke them, and every now and
The
then,
old Facebook thing, poke somebody.
every now and then you'll get someone that goes, "Hey, yeah, I actually do have someone." And so I have connections all over. I speak on the phone all the time. I was actually just sharing with him that I go to sleep at maybe like 10:30 at the latest, but sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night depending on who I need to talk to or
Times difference and stuff.
because there's a time zone. I was actually just on the phone with a good friend of mine couple of hours ago in Australia, and we were talking about a kid that I think I really want to go after. And it was morning there. We've been trying to talk for a couple of days, and it's actually been him. He hasn't been able to get in touch with me. He keeps calling while I'm in practice, film, like places I just can't answer my phone. But we always reconnect. I would say within 24 hours, I follow up with anybody international that hits me up on WhatsApp or calls me or anything. I'm pretty quick to reply, get back with you.
Yeah. Well, going back to you talking about, they may be leaving in a year. How do you see the future of college athletics in its current and that's not the word I'm looking for, in its current phase? Do you see? I asked this to Coach Carter too. Do you see a multi-year contracts happening with players? Have they started happening in women's basketball yet?
They actually have not, but I do see how that could easily transition to a 2-year or multi-year deal. I don't know if it's twofold. It can hurt us, it can help us.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
It's got to have a clause in there or something. If you're injured, we're not going to, I don't know.
Well, if you get a kid and they only have 1 year left and they were a knucklehead, but they were really good, you're kind of like, man, she was good, but all right,
Yeah.
good riddance.
You're right.
You know,
Yeah.
if you get a really, really, really good kid that has 1 year and they got to graduate afterwards, you're like, man, I wish they had 2 years. So it's always kind of like up and down. So I really don't look too far into that. I'm focused on what we need right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can really get lost in the sauce just thinking too deep, too far, 2 years, 3 years. It's like, what do we need right now?
To win
Who's
today.
graduating now? And who
Right.
do we need to replace? I'm good at that. I don't need to overthink or overanalyze. And it helps that I'm a pretty stress-free person. This can be
Really?
very stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. This I wasn't always this way. I think the older I've gotten, the wiser I've gotten, and the more I'm just like the ones that want to
Repetition,
come
you
here.
see it. You've seen it
Yes,
before a million
exactly.
times now.
If you want to be here, you want to be here. We'll get the ones that want to be here. If you
Yeah.
don't, it's okay. I'm wishing you the best. I'm moving on. I'm getting someone else.
Because, I mean, I think since Coach Kellogg's been here, West Virginia has become more of a national brand in women's basketball.
I agree.
For certain, especially, I mean, we had the against Caitlin Clark or whatever. I don't know. We're going to punch her and whatever he said, We're going to send her packing.
Send
And
her
everybody
packing,
flipped out, Well, what's he going to say? Oh, we're going to lose gracefully to Caitlin Clark. I never understood why people got mad at that. But yeah, I mean, it's just so because of that, you don't reach out to anybody. But it's got to just help when you say, "Hey, I'm from West Virginia now," because people know it more than they used to. Well, you've never been here when it was, we had nothing.
Right.
When we first started going, there were 500 people in the stands.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
Less than 1,000. Since Coach Kellogg's been here.
Turned around pretty
Mhm.
quick.
Yeah, yeah. Winning will do that.
Yeah.
Winning will do that.
Yeah.
So what was it? Like you said, it's just his game is the way how has been your transition, not only professionally here at West Virginia, but I mean into the community. How do you feel the community has been with you guys?
It's honestly the best. Like I'm telling you, it'll bring tears to my eyes because I'm really big on community service. Just I feel really comfortable here, and that's why I say I'm very picky about who I work for as well because it's not just about me. I have a family. I have a 4-year-old son. I have a husband. I want them to be able to thrive here as well and be able to go to places where I go and have fun and be comfortable if I have to get up and leave or go work the room and chat and talk. And it's just a great place. Like I really feel at home. Very, very open armed individuals that welcomed us here from just the community to the athletics department, everybody. It's been great. So I definitely feel like I'm in the right place and I made the right decision. And I always say the easiest decision isn't always the best decision. I could have easily stayed where I was. I could have easily went to closer places. This was my hardest move and my furthest move.
Well,
And
what made was it just the what Coach Kellogg offered? I mean, or was it something like I'm ready to? I mean, what was it that made you take that big giant jump?
I honestly believe it's just like a leap of faith, just like my faith. And I think he's a believer, and I am as well. We talked about that during my interview process, and I think that I'm a competitor, and I'm not okay. Or I think I was. I'm trying to say this the nicest and professional way. Winning 20 games a year is incredible,
Yeah,
but I want more. I don't want to just say, "Hey, I won 20 games and
yeah,
there's no tournament, no postseason."
yeah.
And I was experiencing that, and I felt like
Well, that would be because you were the smaller schools who
we
don't
were
get
the
the
smallest
recognition.
school.
Yeah,
So yes, and so I just felt like I wanted more. I can do more. Where can I go where I'm needed? I feel like I've checked all the boxes here at Colorado State. It's time for me to make a move. I'm gonna make my next move the best move. And so far I did.
yeah,
So far,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's been a great year so far. All right, now we're going to talk really hardcore X's and O's
Oh,
here
let's
for a
go.
second.
Whoa, I'm shaking in my bones now.
Oh, I know you got to be nervous, but TCU lost again. Where are we at now in the standings? Are we officially second?
We are second.
We're
We are
officially
second right
second.
now. We are 11-3 in conference, 20-5 overall. I'm so proud of Coach Kellogg for getting to his 20 wins.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we're sitting in a pretty good
We're,
spot, but it's not over with yet.
no, it's not over with
Mhm.
that. And quite honestly, this is the best opportunity for us to win the championship since
Yes.
I think so.
Kellogg
Yeah.
was here. And it's a lot different now than what it was. We were mainly backcourt heavy,
Mhm.
and now it just seems crazy that we're so heavy on the front court.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's like you said, that's the NIL thing, getting
Mhm.
Mimi in here.
Oh
Were
man.
you recruiting Mimi to get her here? Or
So
was
no, no. So unfortunately, I got hired so much later, like July. So I
uh
was actually moving here. So by the time I got here, everybody was
was
actually
already
already
signed
here.
and everything?
And I did fly up to like meet the staff. This is before I even decided I was coming here. And I went to a practice and everything. And then I came back I think like the next week or two and stood in the huddle and they were like, "Hey, this is your new assistant coach." And so we had all the girls already.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Mimi was here, Carter was here. We really, they did a good job getting some of these young ladies
Yeah.
got us to where we are now. Good
Yeah.
position.
It's a pretty good coaching staff, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
We've
they're
got to
great.
know most of them pretty well.
Yeah.
They're just all good people.
Good people to be around. We all want the same thing. We all want to win. We all want to see these girls graduate.
We just want to get you guys drunk. Is what we try to do all the time. I'm telling you,
Easy
man.
now, easy. Well, hey, we get some more wins. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of festivity after the Greenbrier win.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it
absolutely
was. That was a good time.
You know what? I've had some memorable wins and moments here. Greenbrier, I would say, is at the top.
Yes.
Like,
that was great.
My goodness.
We've never won a national championship as a mountaineer. We've never done. I mean, in any sport, well, rifle, but any major sport.
Right.
And I tell you what, that satiated me as to be there and witness that game was just amazing. It was.
I can't believe I knew we were going to win. We prepared really, really hard and well for our opponents. I just didn't know we were going to win like that.
Right.
That's why it's so just like
That was an epic one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
epic is it. And Coach Kellogg's demeanor that game and even during halftime was incredible. Like he just doesn't get worked up. It's like, oh,
he gets worked up sometimes on the sideline a little bit.
He does. But like in really high intense moments, he's even killed. I don't understand it. I'm just like, wow. Sometimes I'm like, how are you like this?
Well, because we were hanging out at the bar over there helping orphans at the Greenbrier. And then, like, as we were finally coming in there, like, they started announcing everybody who got ejected. And we were just like, at that moment, it was all I thought it was all pressure off. I was like, well, let's go out there and knock some heads, man. What else we got to do? You know, who cares what happens? We're supposed to lose now by all counts, And I remember I saw one of the coaches and they were like, I was like, let's go. And they were just like, oh, it's tough.
Yeah. Those kids battle. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a great time.
It'll go down as a top memory for sure. A few wins this year.
Yeah. But now we got what? 1, 2, 3, 5 games left.
Let's win out.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
mean, there's a big chance to.
Yeah.
I mean, we got TCU. That's got to be our toughest game, I think, out of the 5.
Oh yeah, it is. TCU.
I mean, it's on the road, but
I'm gonna have about 100 people at that game.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now, everybody, bring your grandmother, bring your teacher from high school. I don't care. Don't wear purple.
Just wear blue or gold. Doesn't you have to have WV on it? Just wear it and scream for us.
Yeah.
Now that and the Oak State game is also, I think they're up there. What is their record now?
I believe they're probably like 7-5 or somewhere around there. They're maybe two or three slots.
Yeah, they're like 5th or something right now.
They're close, and you never know the time of the season.
All right, now I tried to ask Shane this, and I can't remember her name. The girl that wears the goggles and plays.
Olivia Mouse?
There you go. For OSU, yeah. For Oklahoma State.
Oh, I'm not sure. I went right to Olivia Mouse because she wears.
Yeah, for TCU. She's a goggle girl too.
Who wears the goggles? But
what's up with them goggle girls, man? They kick butt, man.
They do kick butt, and I hope they stop when we play.
Yeah,
I hope they go over 30.
Yeah, I hope their goggles fog up. Yeah,
that is fun.
We can't see.
That's hilarious.
That's what we need to do. But yeah, the TCU's game too, and that I mean, it's all in our hands. It's all in our hands as a team. Well, what is it? Who's the team that's ahead of us? Baylor. Yeah, Baylor's a game ahead of us right now.
But that'll take care of itself.
Yeah,
because who do they still play? It's either Texas Tech or TCU.
Yeah. I know Baylor played TCU. Or did they play them already? I can't remember. I knew they were playing them up. I have a hard enough time following our schedule. Let alone Baylor.
It'll take care of itself. If we just take care of our business, we do what we need to do against UCF, against TCU. Who do we have? UCF at their place in Oklahoma State. And then Cincy, who is a really tough team. Their record doesn't always show, but those kids play hard.
Yeah, they do. So they do. They're better than they have been the last few years. Correct. I'm not going to lie. And I didn't even know this besides Coach Kellogg's radio show that there was actually a recruit that we were battling for and they ended up getting.
The point. Do I need to say who?
No, you don't say the name.
I don't want to say who, but yes, I heard all about it. But yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
We're all competitive.
Everybody's battling for somebody.
Right.
So.
That's right. I like the side that I'm on though.
Yeah. There you go.
I do.
Well, we're playing. We got our stuff ready to go to Kansas City. We're wrapping it up. I feel like I've been talking to you for too long. I told you that it would only take a half hour, but I feel like
this is fun.
I think we've been at it for a little longer than any of them.
Yeah,
Really?
we're just sitting here
Just
talking
chatting
story.
Am I the favorite?
Are our batteries
No,
about to
I'm
die or anything? No, we're good.
All right.
I
Oh,
love
I
it.
forgot to do that too. All right, but I was going to. Cassie needs her own mic too. Pointed at her. Like she's like, nope. I want to hear her cry when we start giving crap about the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I want to do.
Wait, are you a Dallas Cowboys fan too?
Yeah.
Okay, you're makes two smart people in your house.
Whatever. She drinks a lot. That's how she deals with it.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Shady? You'd like?
Nah, I think I'm good.
All right. All right. Well, before we go, I want to give another shout out to our title sponsor, Tri-County Electric. They specialize in electrical services for large-scale commercial, institutional, and industrial projects. As an electrical services contractor, they design and construct power distribution and data communication systems in diverse and complex environments, including healthcare, manufacturing, and biotech facilities. They also handle heavy industrial and hazardous locations, in addition to private and public sector environments. Visit pinline.com/services/Tri-County Electric or call 724-887-9110 for more information. All right. Thank you, Tri-County. That was awesome of you guys again this year. We'll definitely be giving you shout outs in Kansas City this year. And for our other sponsor, another shout out to Carpenter Marty Transportation. They can perform traffic impact studies along with the roadway and bridge improvements located in Charleston, West Virginia. Visit cmtran.com or call 304-989-3680. That's cmtran.com or call 304-989-3680 for more information. All right. Shout out both to our big sponsors. We love them. We love them. We wouldn't be able to do the things we do to support WV Women's basketball without them. But before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you to Coach for showing up.
Anytime.
All right. Oh, we'll hold you to that. We will hold you to that.
I'm going to on that one.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I'm available. Basketball game. Hey, can we get an interview?
Yeah,
Oh no,
it's kind of been tough this year because you're all scheduled. We can only do this down here on Sundays or Mondays, and y'all play a lot of Sundays.
Oh, man.
So it just hasn't.
Games.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, we didn't have a weekend game for like a month. It was awful. It was awful.
Right.
Wasn't very fun.
Get on a Big 12 about that, right?
Well, yeah. I've got connections.
You do? Okay.
No.
Oh man.
No.
Are you serious?
I ain't got connections. All right. Well, for Coach McKay and Shane Terrell, I'm Chad Atkins. Till next time, we'll see you at the Coliseum.